キングオブファイターザ・キングオブファイター94ネオジオ CD で新発売ついに真相が
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are jumping into the SNK Neo Geo. We have done this, I think, once before, and we are today playing King of Fighters 94. We have this kind of weird, wonky intro going on right now. If you listen, you can hear weird voices yelling in the background. Like, I'll shut up for a second here. And that just kind of weirds me out. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I guess it sounds cool. Anyway, here are King of Fighters. So King of Fighters is the first series of games in the King of Fighters series. And it was kind of made as kind of like a mashup, like Avengers style, for all the SNK games. They had characters from Fatal Fury, from Art of Fighting, from Akari Warriors and Psycho Soldier. If you know any of those games, there are characters, I presume, from all these different franchises here. Look, oh my god, we got a scantily clad girl with heaving bosoms fighting a shirtless man, and all she has to arm herself with is a fan and a bit of fury. That's all she needs. Now, before we hop into the game here, this is King of Fighters 94. Let's just quickly recap what happened in the world of gaming in 1994. Nintendo named 1994 the year of the cartridge. I don't fully know why, but I guess because there were a lot of good cartridge games out there. Kind of a prelude to their own N64, which was a cartridge-heavy system for themselves. PlayStation released in Japan, Super Game Boy came out, Sega released the Sega Saturn in Japan, and in North America we got the 32X and the Sega Channel service. Games like Sonic & Knuckles, Warcraft, TIE Fighter, Doom 2, all these things came out. Silicon and Synapse renamed themselves from that to Blizzard Entertainment, and Commodore went defunct. So a lot of stuff happened in 94, including this game, so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in here. I'm going to throw in 4 credits to get started, and let's make this happen. So we're being told the buttons here. We press buttons, and we have light kick, light punch, strong kick, strong punch. I don't know why you'd ever go with light moves. If you were really in a fight, I think you should always go for your strong kick and your strong punch. I don't know why you'd want to go for the light one. But let's just go ahead here. And, oh, I guess we have to pick a team. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at these guys real quick. I'm sure there's a time limit here. But we have the Italy team, okay, the Russian team, the Japanese team. Oh, I guess we got the Japanese team by default. The time ran out. That's okay. We'll mix it up and play with a few of these. So it's Japan versus Brazil, the ultimate grudge match. I'm going to just go. I'm just going to go in order here. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll go from. We're going to start with the guy fully clothed and gradually get to less and less clothing. Our third fighter will have no clothes. We have a baboon there. I guess we decided to fight in Brazil here. Now, for the first time ever playing a fighting game, I am trying to figure out the moves. I say this because the last time I played a fighting game, I think I played Fatal Fury, also known as Garu Mark of the Wolves. And, oh god, I'm not doing well trying to figure out the moves. But last time I played a fighting game, a viewer commented that, really, when I play fighting games, I tend to button mash, and a viewer commented that really the moves aren't that complicated. It's a lot of, like, down kind of half circle moves. And so I watched a YouTube video explaining it, and I'm, like, legit trying to figure out a couple moves here with these fighters. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't claim to be good at fighting games, but I'm trying to learn as I go through my series here, guys. I'm trying to improve as a human, and part of improving as a human is knowing how to fight with digitized characters on an arcade joystick. And so none of these moves seem to be doing anything, just for the record. I'm trying a lot of the, like, regular Street Fighter moves that would release Hadoukens and stuff like that, and I'm not seeing a lot going on here. In fact, I'm getting my butt kicked. Okay, I'm gonna revert. I was gonna say revert to button mashing. It's a desperation move temporarily, but it's okay. I lost anyway. Wow, we're not gonna get far in this at all. Okay, so down, forward, nothing. Come on, one of these moves has to do something. What? Come on, are you telling me that like a Hadouken move is nothing in this game? Okay, I'm I'm going into desperation, button mash. I'm gonna kill Ralph the old-fashioned way, the J way, which is closing your eyes. It's the equivalent of closing your eyes, flailing your arms wildly, and screaming, and just hoping for the best. And that's the sort of the martial art of J. It does not seem to be effective. Somehow I got him down to like no health, and I couldn't get that one finishing move on him. Okay, so Team Japan sucks, clearly. We are trained in war. Dear God, Brazil. Just calm yourself down. Okay, we're gonna let Team Japan here retire. We're gonna retire with honor. We got a naked butt in the background there. See that? One of the Brazilian natives is dancing completely in the nude. Completely in the nude. Okay. So we messed up with Japan. Let's not let that happen again. Maybe I picked a bad team. I know that the different characters in this game have different fighting styles. So let's see, we got USA. I like how there's like a random football player. He's like, I showed up to play ball and now I guess I'm fighting the world. I like this, Korea. That looked good. Like the big giant guy. I feel like who could beat a giant guy like that? And so I'm gonna pick him. In fact, he's our number one. He's our number one. This looks like a creepy old Freddy Krueger guy. He's our secret weapon. So first you fight, you know, Big Gorilla Man. Then you fight regular ninja. And then you get like a Freddy Krueger who spanks his butt to taunt you. Alright, this is gonna go well. I can feel it in my bones. Oh my God, he hit himself in the face with that rock? Dude, let me just say. Oh look, I'm spinning the ball, I'm spinning the ball, boom! Oh, I guess I figured out one move. Okay, I don't know how I did that. Hold on, I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to learn. Trying to better myself through violence. I'm Chang Ko-heen and I'm fighting Goro Daemon. Okay, come on. He's glowing. I don't know how he's glowing. I don't know what that means. But, oh, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Oh! Chang Ko-heen. Hey, what the hell? You can't turn the tables on me. Say hello to my big ball. Pretty boy. Here it comes for you. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I do that. It's kind of a half rotation of the joystick, I think. There's like a cop in the background. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like all these like random dudes like cheering me on. I love these dystopian style futures. Okay. Come on. Figure out how to spin the ball. Spin it. Okay, well, I can hit him with the ball. Anyway. So I was thinking about this as I was getting ready to play this video, because this is the first like Neo Geo game I've really played since Fatal Fury, known as Garu, Mark of the Wolf. Yeah, here it comes, buddy. Here it comes. Oh, he found ducking is the ultimate counter to my spinning ball. How did he figure that out? He's some kind of wizard. All right, now we got Ryu, or some Ryu equivalent. If Ryu can't beat this guy, then I don't know if anyone can. Oh, I think I was about to do a move there. He took it away from me. Anyway, this is the first Neo Geo game I've really played since Fatal Fury. It is yet another fighting game. And I was thinking, you know, oh, next time I play Neo Geo, I should try to play a non-fighting game. But I was thinking about it, and like, really, when arcades, like in the late 90s and stuff. Oh, now we got the Freddy Krueger guy here. Oh, he got punched right in the face immediately. Choi Bong. He's fast as anything. I do not know if he is actually effective, but he is fast. So he's just here giving it his all. He's just happy to be out here with his grandkids watching. Happy to get out of the home once in a while. Get a little action. But anyway, in like the late 90s when arcades were kind of on their way out, it seemed like the only arcade games that still had a bit of staying power were these tournament kind of fighters. Like I remember our high school had Marvel vs. Capcom in the cafeteria, and people would play that. And there were like new arcade games coming out, and they were all fighters. And the more I thought about it, you know, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but just from my own impressions, it kind of feels like in the late 90s, arcade games, if they were being released, were all fighters, or mostly fighters. PC games tended to be first-person shooters and strategy games, like, you know, your Warcraft and your Starcraft. We got our butt kicked, by the way. I'm shocked that that little gremlin even held his own for one round. And is that person on the far left a man or a woman? I don't know. My disgraced team, we're going to let them go too. Boy, we're not even like, I'm not even winning a single round in this one. And I swear I looked up moves. I swear I even wrote them down. Down, kind of counterclockwise forward, back counterclockwise around, like make a Z pattern. I'm trying these things, guys. My brain lacks for the ability to press the buttons to punch the dudes. It's a significant mental disability for me. Okay, let's go with England. These people look clearly English, not Japanese at all. This woman is just classic British, don't you think? Like, how is that British at all? These are clearly anime characters. They are Japanese people living in England. That is the only explanation. No British woman in her life is dressed the way my girl has. It would be pretty sweet if they all did, eh, guys? Hey. Just kidding. Oh, I got her to spit fire. That was something. Okay. Come on. She's laughing. I can taunt. I figured out how to taunt, but guess what? If you taunt and you have nothing to back it up, you're gonna die. Anyway, okay, so arcades were tended to be fighters, computers tended to be shooters and strategy games, and consoles have always been big on platforming. Either 2D or 3D, but platforming games. And I was thinking about that because I was like, if I'm going to play another Neo Geo game, maybe it should be a fighter, but they're mostly fighters, it seems. And then it kind of really got me thinking, when it comes to video games, there's this interesting phenomenon where the controls you use to some degree dictate what games are going to be successful. Like before consoles had analog sticks, before the dual analog stick became a thing, and they just had D-pads, first-person shooters were not a thing on consoles. And to the degree they existed, they really didn't do all that well. Shooters were, you needed a mouse and a keyboard. Strategy games like StarCraft, to this day, you really need a mouse and a keyboard. You can't really play on other things. So, yeah, arcades were kind of on the way out because consoles and computers were replacing them. But what did arcades still have going for them? The arcade stick. And to this day, if you go and watch professional fighters, professional, people who play these fighting tournament games, like, what is it, EVO, I think, is a tournament? Maybe I'm wrong there, but I think EVO is a tournament. But yes, they tend to bring their own arcade-style sticks. So, it's really interesting, actually, when you think of video games, that the control scheme that you have, is it a joystick, is it a mouse, is it a keyboard, is it like a D-pad? That will determine what the fun games and the good games to play with that scheme are. Jeez, England got their ass handed to them. Did not. I shamed England. Why does Japan keep beating me? And the guy in the middle, is that a guy or a girl? I want to know. Not that it really makes a difference one way or the other. Anyway, what do you guys think about all that? The whole, the control scheme defining the game. Like, am I accurate there? Or, did you guys kind of notice the same trends that I do? I don't know. I think there's some truth to it, but I'm always open for a discussion about these kinds of topics. Okay, we've been losing hardcore here. Let's try USA? USA? I was gonna say UFA. USA. We're gonna lead the football player. We'll have him come in. So we'll start with basketball, then we'll go football, and then whatever the last guy is. The guy with the mohawk in the middle. I don't know what he is. But this guy showed up to play some basketball, realized he was in the jungle, and was like, what the hell? I will kick your butt. Oh god. Lucky Glober. What a name, eh? Against Clark. My name is Steven. I would like to fight you now. Next to this baboon. This baboon in heat. Wait, what are those natives doing? They're like poking at a flag or something? Interesting. Okay. Oh, I did a move! Oh man, I'm doing a lot of moves here. Okay, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to spin the arcade stick in the way the pros do. I've watched a lot of. Actually, this is a lie. I have not watched any pro tournament fighters in my day. Oh, but Lucky Glober had the luck on his side. Cha-ching! All right. Well, this is giving me the confidence I need to succeed, I think. So here we go. Okay, he charged himself up. That's refs. Can I get a call on this, refs? What are the rules on like charging yourself with like ethereal energies? Is that in the rules? Because I don't seem to be able to do that. Oh, but I can't do this. What are the rules on kneeing someone in the neck until they suffocate? because I hope they approve of that, because I just did it. Wow, I'm having the most luck with Team USA. I'm just proud I could actually do a few moves here. Now we got Johnny Football, Brian Battler coming in. He was here to play football, but he's here to kick ass and play football. And we're all out of footballs. Right, guys? Boom! Oh, man, I didn't even need to move with him. I just drop kick people. Are football players actually good drop kickers? There's some food for thought for you. If you had a football player versus a disgraced one-eyed general, who would win in a solo fight? Oh, God, I think he just sawed his head off. Oh, no, we still have a head. Okay, that's good, because I thought he had lost his head. Oh, my God. This general, I do not think is using regulation moves. These are not legit Greek-Roman wrestling moves. Let me just say. I thought we were getting into, like, an Olympic sport here, not just, like, a free-for-all. This football player never learned to channel the dark energies of chi. What was he reading there? He's like, oh, and I forgot I gotta read this little memo. Alright, now we're against this guy. Heavy D! I don't know what he is. I guess he's a boxer? Oh, God. Can you stop with that? Oh, my God. What did I do? I, like, drilled into him with my hand. Alright. Oh, he's ripping my head off! That's bull! Oh, yes! No! Come on. Ah! Wind got me. The guy punched so hard into the air, he created like a stiff breeze and it killed me. I can show you hell anytime. Ugh. Fine. Let's do 2 more rounds here. You know what? I make no pretense that I am an amazing fighter. I am here, guys, on a quest to play through that book, 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die, and I'm here to try out all these games. There are going to be games that I'm just downright crappy at, and I feel like we've found one of them. But I'm not a quitter, so we're going to give good old Russia a try, then we'll go ahead and give Mexico a try. I want to see most of the fighters, at least. I don't understand. I swear I looked at the moves. I'm looking at a move list right now. Doesn't seem to help me. Doesn't seem to help me. I don't know what that was. I guess my guy's an old drunk ninja, but he's doing okay. Chin Getsai. People have come from all over to cheer this little guy, and he's just getting tossed around like a rag doll by Andy Bogard. Andy, you're a dick. You got to respect your elders, man. You know why? Because when you become an elder, you're gonna want respect. You don't sumo spin punch them out of the air, Andy. Andy, you're a terrible person. And you're never gonna get a date with Athena A. Athena wants nothing to do with you, buddy. In fact, she's kicking your butt. Yeah, you're gonna die alone. There's like that guy in the green shirt behind us. It's like a regular office worker. He's like, oh, I just thought I'd come see what all the hubbub was about. If I ever walked like home from work and I saw this kind of like combat taking place in the street, I would call the cops and be like, "This is aggressively inappropriate." There's like a guy in the water with a scuba mask on cheering. There's a guy on the far left bathing. Okay, see the guy cheering? He's right behind me. There's a guy bathing. See him in the water? Okay, what people are not only, I don't even know what's going on. I can't even put my thoughts into words. You know, one time, though, I did see a real fight in real life, and it was actually really weird. It could have been a fight from one of these games. It was a businessman fighting a construction worker. It was the first time I ever went to New York City. I was walking through Times Square early in the morning to catch the subway, because the subway station is in the basement of Grand Central Station. Walking through Grand Central Station, in awe of the beauty around... Yeah, I lost. In awe of the beauty around me, and got to the escalator that goes down to the subway. There's a big crowd gathered around the escalator, and a guy in a suit is in a full-on fist fight with a construction worker. I have no idea to this day what that was about, but people are like whistling for the cops and like trying to like, you know, break it up and stuff, and yeah, like that's like what it would be like. You know, they show us the audience in this game. They're super enthralled by the fight that's going on, but in real life this would be a little more unusual, I would say. A little more, does somebody want to get the cops? Alright, buddy. You may have beaten me many, many times, computer, but this is the one. I'm going to end on a victory here. A victory at all costs. Oh yeah, you like that? It's called the spin kick. I don't know how I did it. I'm trying to do more of them. Oh, I did something. I got my ass kicked. Guys, let's start wrapping this game up, because there's clearly no way I'm beating it. King of Fighters 1994. This is gonna be a short video. Short, well, for my videos anyway. I tend to make long videos because that's my style. But King of Fighters 94. Okay, so a lot of cool stuff happened in 1994. It was a banner year for game developers and consoles and gaming history. And this game came out too. This game is sort of a mashup Avengers-style SNK game with characters from a lot of different franchises. It was very well received too. It is, the fact that I can't do the fighting moves should not limit you if you like fighting games, because I make no claims that I'm an expert at this. But I will say, I swear I looked up the moves. I'm looking at them. They don't work. Oh well, okay, there's one. But, like, how did I do that? Oh, well, I just punched him. I wish there was like a practice mode. Trying. I'm just trying to like get a Hadouken again, and I'm just getting like, he's just toying with me. I couldn't even get another Hadouken. So I don't know what the hang up is. Fighting games just aren't necessarily my thing. But as far as King of Fighters being in the 1001 games you must play before you die book, let's talk about that for a little bit. So is this a game that you must play? There's my shame personified in 16 or 32-bit form. Is this a game you must play before you die? Well, I think it really goes back to whether you like fighters. For me, not being a fighter guy, I can't help but feel that fighters feel very similar to me. So it's really hard for me to make the distinction and say this game feels different from Fatal Fury, feels different from, I don't want to say Street Fighter, because Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are two fighting games I kind of get, and they do kind of feel different to me. Same with Killer Instinct. Those, maybe Three Fighters I kind of get. But a lot of the Capcom, SNK kind of games, they all kind of blend together for me. And so, ultimately, I would say for this game, if you are a fighting fan, if you like games like Fatal Fury and all the other arcade fighters, then this is considered to be it's the predecessor for the King of the Fighters series. It kind of launched that whole series. Has a mix-up of a lot of interesting characters, so you may actually find quite a bit of gameplay here, maybe one you want to check out. If you're not a fighting aficionado like me, this is probably one you're going to skip, because to be honest, it just didn't stand out to me as completely unique gameplay-wise from a lot of other fighters that I've experienced myself. It's sad that we got to watch the computer fight the computer to get like a good fight, but this is probably the best gameplay you've seen all video. Oh my god, I got to redeem myself with an awesome video next so that you guys don't flee in droves from me. But anyway, those are my thoughts on this game. So should you play it? It depends on if you're a fighting fan. And that's my kind of final verdict. What do you guys think, though? Do you agree with my assessment here? Do you think I was being unkind or unfair? Or do you think that maybe I just need more practice with fighting games? Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, whatever you think of this game, hopefully you've enjoyed hanging out with me and watching me utterly fail at it. If so, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. And otherwise, take care of yourselves. And peace.
皆さんこれをよーく見なさい。これが噂のキングオブファイター、ついに真相が